Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyle. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. I wanted to talk about meditation and talk about my journey as a meditator and what I've learned along the way, and share a lot of the insights and tricks and lessons that I've picked up through meditation and share with you, so that way you can take whatever you need and develop your practice further. I started meditating about 3 years ago now, and it's been kind of an on and off practice for me as I've been navigating the different seasons of my life. And I've met a lot of people who meditate and had a few different teachers along the way. So I just wanted to share all of the things that I've picked up and hopefully help you along your own meditating journey, whether you're a beginner or you're looking to restart or looking for some fresh ideas on how to meditate. So first off, what is meditation? If we're putting meditation in the context of spirituality, and spirituality is the connection that we have with our true selves, our authentic selves, then meditation is the tool that we use to enhance that connection. So just to start off with, there is only one rule to meditation, and that is to try. Yes, it's really quite simple. So consciously choosing to show up for yourself and pursue something better for yourself, like clarity or peace, stillness, or deepening that connection with the energy of love. All it takes for you to meditate is to try and just show up for yourself and know that you are doing something in order to enhance your life. So as long as you are trying, you can meditate. So now that we know all that we have to do is to try, I wanted to talk about maybe some myths that we might have about meditation, or some ideas and misconceptions that just aren't true. The first misconception that I come across a lot is that meditating gets rid of thoughts, and that if you're still thinking, then you're not meditating, which is not true. As humans, it is impossible to stop thinking. We will never stop thinking, and it's kind of silly to think that meditation is going to get rid of thinking. So the goal of meditation is not to get rid of thoughts, but to simply become aware of the thoughts that are happening, and tapping into that inner awareness and realizing that you are not your thoughts, and that thoughts simply happen, and you can witness the thoughts as they cross your mind. So through meditation, we are able to tap into that conscious awareness. And once we are aware that the thoughts are kind of bubbling up inside of us, we can witness them and allow them to pass. And that provides room and grows space for more conscious thoughts. That might be kind of confusing, but just know that meditation doesn't stop thoughts, and that is not the purpose of meditation. So if you are thinking while you are meditating, you aren't doing anything wrong. As long as you are trying, you are doing it right. Another misconception is that you have to be practicing Buddhism in order to meditate. That is also not true. You can have any religious beliefs or any spiritual beliefs and still be a meditation practitioner. Meditation doesn't have anything to do really with religious organizations, and although it is rooted traditionally in Buddhism, it can still be a tool for anyone to use regardless of their religious background. Another false idea kind of revolving around meditation is that you have to be anxious or depressed or low or negative in order for you to feel the benefits of meditation, which is also not true. There are so many benefits to becoming a regular meditator, including building peace, building love, building trust with yourself. And it's just as important to meditate when you're feeling low as it is to when you're feeling high. The last kind of myth that I wanted to address is that there are an infinite amount of ways to meditate, and it's not simply just sitting up straight and crossing your legs. And this kind of segues into my next topic, which is about posture and position in meditation. So traditionally in Buddhism, the 4 postures of meditation are sitting, laying down, walking, and standing. And these are all the natural movements that occur every day for all of us in our lives. So it's a really common assumption that you always need to be sitting while you're meditating, but there are many positions that you can take while you're meditating. So whenever you are practicing meditation, I would suggest starting off by sitting, because it is a very easy position to get yourself in. But as you progress in your meditation practice, listening to your body and connecting with yourself and understanding when you do have a desire to meditate, but knowing that you have other positions available to you, such as laying down or standing. And for myself in my practice, I honestly lay down so much when I meditate. And sometimes when I show up for myself in a meditation, lying down, I do fall asleep. And one of the things that I've learned is that sometimes you'll just fall asleep because what you really need in that moment is rest. So if you lay down to meditate and you fall asleep, it can be a practice to thank your body for listening to itself and giving you what it needs. So sometimes we just need rest. Sometimes we need to fall asleep more than we need to meditate. And that's totally okay. It's a practice of not judging yourself for not being able to stay awake, not judging yourself for not holding the posture perfectly. A lot of times when we're sitting or if we're laying down or whatever posture that we're in while we're meditating, and we're trying to hone in on that stillness, maybe our leg starts to fall asleep or we feel an itch on our head or behind our ear. And just taking a moment, taking our time to bring our awareness to whatever bodily sensations are arising and not just reacting and not immediately like scratching yourself or moving your leg, but just taking a moment to notice that sensation as it's happening to you in your meditation and seeing if you can bring awareness to that sensation in order to kind of lessen the prominence it has as it speaks to you during your meditation, and seeing if you can kind of dull the call of that itch or the call of wanting to move your leg with your breath and paying attention to how your body is flowing. And if you do find that you have to move your leg or you have to scratch yourself or you have to open your eyes and blink a little bit and then reclose them, or whatever you find yourself needing in the moments that you are meditating, again, just not judging yourself for listening to your body and doing what you need to do to take care of yourself during your meditation. I think that's one of the biggest issues that people have with meditation is that when they aren't meditating perfectly, they judge themselves and they call the meditation a failure. But again, as long as you're trying, as long as you show up for yourself, your meditation is never a fail. When I am in a sitting position, I do like to use a cushion. So maybe using a cushion might work for you. Sometimes people use 2 cushions. I see people just meditating on chairs. So yeah, there is an infinite amount of ways to meditate. So don't restrict yourself if sitting isn't working for you. Just trying different things. Even if you're sitting and leaning your back against the wall, that's still showing up for yourself. So allowing yourself the space to try different things if you do feel the call to meditate. Next, I wanted to talk about the types of meditations that are out there. There are so many meditations that are available to us on apps and on YouTube, and a lot of meditations that focus on different areas of your life or different aspects of your well-being. So traditionally, meditation is done in silence, but sometimes that just isn't what you need in the moment. And so there's lots of other avenues to explore. Guided meditations are probably the most common meditations outside of silence. So a guided meditation is a meditation where a speaker is guiding you through a meditation based on whatever subject that they're talking about. So the subjects could be gratitude or mindfulness, love and kindness, just depending on what you're looking for. They also do guided meditations based on reducing anxiety or reducing depression as well. And there's such a wide range of these meditations out there, so you can find guided meditations as short as 5 minutes and as long as 30 minutes up to an hour, just depending on what you need. It's even something that you can play while you're falling asleep. And again, it's just about finding all the different ways that we are able to meditate and not judging ourselves for whatever we need and whatever we choose to do in the moments that we show up for ourselves. There are also meditations based on the five senses as an objector anchor. So those meditations might be involved shifting your focus and your awareness to either body sensations and what you're feeling in the body. They could be sound meditations and paying attention to different sounds that are coming out of the audio, or paying attention to sounds that are happening around the space that you're meditating in. There's meditations out there where you're simply just focusing on your breath and focusing on the rise and fall of your lungs, the expansion and compression. So knowing that there's so many types of meditations available to us, and maybe we don't know where to start, but using that as an opportunity to hone in on your intuition and trying to find out, what do I need in this moment? What's really speaking to me? What qualities in myself do I need to address? What do I need to enhance in this moment? Am I looking to enhance my gratitude for my experience in this world? Am I looking to raise my loving vibration? And there's so many things out there, so there's always meditations to go along with whatever moments we are in our life, whatever season we're entering into. And knowing that if we are at the beginning of our meditation journey, knowing that it will get better over time, and that there is a reason that they call it a practice, is because it takes effort, it takes time, it takes you trying and showing up for yourself in whatever form that may be. So maybe you're searching for meditations and none of those meditations are really speaking to you or calling to you, or you feel like you don't have time to just give 20 minutes or 10 minutes to a meditation. You can also start to turn daily activities into meditation activities as well. So if meditation only requires us trying and showing up, that means anything can be a meditation. So jumping rope, working out, lifting weights, cooking, cleaning, painting and singing, and any creative act, and speaking as well. These can all be activities that are turned into meditation. All it takes is a conscious choice and effort to turn it into a meditative practice, and then it simply is. Making a conscious choice to make it a meditation makes it a meditation. So even if you're running late to work and you're driving to work, that can be time that you use to come into a meditation. All of a sudden you start focusing on your inhales, your exhales, and you start paying attention to what your body is feeling. That's a meditation. So I hope what you're getting from this so far is that all of the rules and conditions and the ideas that we think we have about meditation don't have to exist. And as long as we're trying, we can release those rules and ideas. We can show up for ourselves, release that self-judgment, and allow that connection, our mind-body connection, to come into alignment. So next I wanted to talk about some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way that help me meditate better and help me show up better for myself. So one of the main tricks that I think is presented to beginning meditators is being able to label thoughts. So as thoughts arise and you start to become aware of the thoughts and seeing the thoughts in your brain while you're meditating, you can simply label thoughts as thinking. So labeling the thought as thinking and allowing the thought to disappear in order for you to come back to your connection. In meditation, you are able to discern that it is just a thought because you know that you are awareness, and using that knowledge that we are awareness as an anchor to come back to. So knowing that we're that awareness, allowing the thoughts to rise and simply fall away. So maybe you're labeling the thoughts as thinking, this is a thought. Maybe if you're planning something, you can label the thought as planning, or if you're thinking about the future, you label the thoughts as future. So again, that's just you coming back to your awareness and labeling the thought in order to let it go. Another tip is to lie down on the floor instead of in your bed if you're trying to meditate while lying down. Lying down on the floor can be so much more restorative rather than lying in your bed, because it's so familiar to be lying in our bed. So just trying to lie in different areas if you want to have more intention to stay awake and staying with the meditation. Another great tip that I think I'm still practicing is in times when I am in silence in meditation and I hear noises and I get frustrated or angry when I'm hearing things that I don't want to be hearing, or loud noises that are almost disturbing. So if I hear noises like a lawnmower or a dog barking or people talking, I use it as an opportunity to bring myself into the present and allow the sounds to enter my mind and my awareness, and simply allow them to exist as I am existing. So kind of coming into a place where these noises that we might hear aren't disturbing, but they're simply life happening, just as we are life happening. Other ways that you can start to get better at your meditation practice is making it a part of your routine. If it works for you to wake up every day and meditate, or at the end of every day and meditate, but just incorporating it in some type of structured way to your schedule. Or maybe having a friend that you can meditate with, whether it's over FaceTime or in person, someone that can kind of hold you accountable if that's what you're seeking. What me and my friends really like to do is to hold a meditation before we hang out and kind of allow ourselves to enter spaces together and kind of sync up. So it's just a new way of bonding. Once you start finding people that you feel comfortable meditating around and kind of have the same desire to meditate as you, it can be a great way to deepen the connection between each other. The last tip that I have is that your meditation can be as long as you need it to be. So whether that's 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10, 20, 30, an hour, it really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you are showing up for yourself. And so let's say you show up one day and all you can give is a minute. That's totally okay. Let yourself give that minute as fully as you possibly can. And then maybe the next day you're still at a minute, and the day after that you're still at 1 minute. But as long as you keep showing up for yourself, there's going to be a day where your intuition is like, you know what, I'm ready to give more. I'm ready to show up for myself longer. I think today I can do 5 minutes. Today I can do 10. And just keeping on with the practice and continuously showing up and seeing how you evolve in your meditation practice. And also knowing that our relationship with meditation can be whatever we need it to be, and that it is ever changing as we go on this journey of our life. Personally, for me, there have been times where I felt like I could meditate for up to an hour and a half today in 30-minute increments. And there have been other times where I can barely do 5 minutes and I'm just like totally done. So just knowing that the journey of a meditation practice isn't just a steep incline up, and that it can be ups, it can be downs, it can plateau, it can be very neutral, and just allowing yourself to show up in whatever way that you do. And not putting any restrictions on what your meditation practice is supposed to be. A few months ago, I did a meditation that was 30 minutes, just a silent meditation by myself. And as soon as the meditation started, I was so consumed with anger. And during that whole 30 minutes, I just felt so angry, and I just was paying attention to the emotion of anger like rising and falling within me and filling up in my head and then sinking down, and just me wondering why I felt so angry, and just at the same time allowing myself to be angry in that meditation. And it was so interesting to feel that emotion as I was meditating. And then as soon as the bell rung for the 30-minute meditation to end, my anger totally disappeared. And I was so amazed that that whole time I was so angry for 30 minutes. I was angry during my whole meditation practice. And then as soon as the timer went off, I was like totally free. And that's the only time that has happened to me, when I've experienced anger for that long in a meditation. But I think that just illustrates the power of meditation, and also the power of feeling your feelings and letting them flow. You know, I, for some reason, needed that meditation. I can't remember specifically what was going on in my life, but it was just so interesting to pay attention to what anger felt like in my body. And now I know moving forward that if I do have a meditation where I feel maybe sadness for 30 minutes or anxiety for 30 minutes or whatever feeling is flowing through me, that I can sit there. I do have the power to sit there, to allow myself to witness these emotions, to let them move through my body and know that they are not permanent. And that is the whole point of meditation, is showing up for yourself to make yourself better. So as you go along your meditation practice and learn how meditating best works for you, also knowing that mindfulness and compassion are the two wings of meditation practice. So we can meditate a lot, we can become more self-aware, but awareness without self-love is torture. So being sure that you're still taking care of yourself outside of your meditation practice, that you are still building tools for self-love, and that you are still enhancing that connection with love. So yeah, I don't know if I talked really fast in this one. I felt like I was kind of just excited to share all of this information out there. I really just want to make meditation more accessible for everyone, and for everyone to know that it is super possible to just get started meditating, and that you don't have to feel rigid meditating, and that the whole purpose of meditation is to learn how to show up for yourself. And once you start showing up for yourself in meditation, you show up for yourself in all of the other areas in your life. So thank you to everyone for watching this video. I hope that there was something in here that you can use in order to enhance your meditation practice and to just, release that perfectionism and allow ourselves to start something that is going to change us for the better. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what was helpful, or if you also have any tips to share and what your meditation journey is looking like in the comments. Yeah, wow, I'm sad that this video is over. I just want to keep talking, but I will leave it at that. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.